Salam sehat Bapak Ibu dan Sivitas Akademika Universitas Ngurah Rai. Salam jumpa dalam Universitas Ngurah Rai Podcast, UNR Podcast. Bersama saya Tirka Widanti. Kali ini kami akan chit-chat dengan Bapak
James Edmonds,
PhD.
Yeah.
Beliau adalah seorang Director Critical Language Institute, Arizona State University. Katanya. Jadi bahasanya sudah nano-nano beliaunya. Oke, Bapak dan Ibu, without further ado, let's start. Pak James, how are you today?
I'm very good. Happy to be in Bali.
Happy to be in Bali. Thank you for being here with us here at the Universitas Ngurah Rai.
Yes.
So this is the first visit?
Third visit.
Third visit.
Dan beberapa tahun yang lalu aku arti di universitasnya.
Arti di universitasnya. Apa itu arti?
Arti,
Arti
itu President Director.
Wow, President Director.
Apa maksudnya di
Presiden Amerika?
Resident Director.
Resident.
Maaf.
RM. Resident RAD.
Arti.
Iya, Resident Director. Di programnya ya. Oke, baik teman-teman semuanya. Kita akan berbincang santai, bercicak ria antara Universitas Ngurah Rai dan James Edmonds, seorang dosen ya dari CLI Arizona State University. Siapakah beliau? Siapakah James Edmonds?
Oh, itu pertanyaan yang berat, Bu.
Berat.
Siapa saya?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Would you like to tell us more about yourself, please?
Of course. Like you said, it's a pleasure to be here at Universitas Ngurah Rai. I'm back in Indonesia.
Namanya sama dengan airport Ngurah Rai ya?
Iya, betul.
Hero.
Yes.
Iya. Bapak I Gusti Ngurah Rai.
Yes.
Pahlawan nasional.
Yeah. So, as you said, I'm the director of the Critical Languages Institute at Arizona State University, as well as the associate director of the Malikian Center for Russian, Eurasian, and Eastern European Studies, and a professor of religious studies.
Professor.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What do I do? I do a lot of administration. I have 14 different languages.
So you can talk in 14 languages. Dorong.
Bahasa Indonesia, bahasa Jawa, dan bahasa Arab.
Bahasa Indonesia, bahasa Jawa, bahasa Arab, bahasa Bali. Adik-adik mahasiswa.
Tapi bahasa Jawa dan bahasa Bali, itu susah, Bu. Karena ada banyak levels ya, tingkat.
Kromo Injil kalau di Jawa ya, kalau di bahasa Balinya Sor Singgih. Iya. Kalau kita dengan teman boleh bicaranya atau bercakap-cakap, berbahasanya bebas. Tetapi kalau dengan guru kita, kalau dengan yang senior, kita harus merubah pembicaraan yang lebih halus sedikit.
Seperti di bahasa Jawa ya, sampun dahar. Atau semangat ya, itu beda.
Iya. Kalau sampun di bahasa Balinya sudah, dar itu halus.
Oh, itu halus.
Iya, dar itu biasa, kan tapi dalam biasa, tidak halus kalau bahasa Bali, ya. Iya.
So I have many programs in the U.S. learning bahasa, but also many programs abroad. Right, so we have a program in Indonesia, we have a program in Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan,
So you are traveling around.
Yes, traveling a lot.
Is that tired?
Yeah, it's a little
Oh, you
tiring.
enjoy it?
I mean, I enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Tapi juga rindu istri saya.
Oh, rindu istri. Oh, Anda punya
pasti.
istri.
Punya, Bu. Punya satu, tapi nanti cari lagi ya.
Tidak boleh.
Oh iya, maaf.
Tidak boleh.
Iya.
Hanya boleh satu.
Iya.
One and the only.
One and the only. Atau mungkin satu terlalu banyak, Bu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, satu is too
much.
Too much. Yeah. Okay. What else that you like to tell us about Mr. James Edmond?
So I'm now working with many different languages, many different programs. For my PhD, my research was on salawatan performed by Habib Sheikh bin Abdul Qadir As-Sagaf
In Arab?
in Jawa Tengah.
Jawa Tengah.
Yeah, so he lives in Solo. And
So that was your PhD, yeah?
yeah, itu disertasi saya.
Your dissertation. So your major? What is
My
your major?
Religious studies.
Religious studies.
Yeah.
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 And your dissertation is in Java.
It was focused on Java.
Focused on
Java and
Java.
on
Java.
phenomenon salawatan.
Phenomenon salawatan.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
So
Tell me a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Not too much.
Not too much. Yeah, a little bit about that one.
So I spent every year for eight years. I came to Java for 3 to 6 months to follow around Habib Sheikh and become a part of his entourage in order to understand Islam in Indonesia, then how it has a relationship with sejarah, then history. What language are you using?
14 languages, yeah.
So its relationship with history, how Indonesia is changing, how Nahdlatul Ulama dan Muhammadiyah, Muhammadiyah will say, ya saya tidak ikut salawatan. Tapi sebelah malam masuk after nighttime, Muhammadiyah ada di salawatan. So it was a project looking at why so many people, why 30,000 people go to the events of Habib Sheikh bin Abdul Qadir As-Sagaf to experience salawatan. And what I found was this very important concept called barakah.
Okay. To make a long story short, what was your result of your this
the result. The result is that I learned. Okay, we're going to put this in one sentence. I learned that there are things that exist in the world, things that we can't see, things that we may not understand physically, that do exist and that do impact life.
In our life.
In our life.
World life.
Yeah. And trying to explain that to my Western audience.
Yeah, so that's why we need research.
Right.
Yeah, the research is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very important that Indonesians research Indonesia.
Yeah.
Apa sih orang Indonesia lebih tahu tentang Indonesia?
Well, maybe join together.
Yeah, join together.
Collaboration.
Yes.
Research collaboration. Yeah. Okay, Pak James, because I promised to ask you, but a little bit only.
Sure.
I think that is okay. Now, next question is why Indonesia and Bali?
Yeah. So the first time I came to Indonesia, my supervisor was Pak Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali petinju?
Oh enggak. Dosen di University of California, Riverside. Dan dia orang asli Indonesia. And he asked me, he said, James, you want to study Islam, why don't you go to Indonesia? And I said, I don't know anything about Indonesia. So he put me on a plane, and he met me in Jakarta. And then I spent 2 months in Indonesia. And I didn't know any Indonesian at all, none, zero. I stayed in a Panti Muhammadiyah. And from day one, even though the Indonesian people, they didn't know me, they didn't care that I didn't speak Indonesian, they were very kind to me. Extremely kind, always smiling, right? And always willing to help, even though
Did you behave?
Of course. Of course.
Okay, I'm joking.
Yeah.
James.
And so I fell in love with the people of Indonesia. I fell in love with.
So they were very kind, yeah. They helpful in terms of helping your research.
Yeah, or just helping me with life. So the first night that I arrived in Indonesia, I was sleeping in a bed, but the bed broke because I'm very fat, right? So no, it's okay. So the children in the orphanage immediately came in and they said, okay, you're very fat, but we'll fix the bed. And I said, okay. And they fixed my bed, tucked me into bed, and said goodnight. They didn't have to do that. They didn't know me, right? But they immediately helped me.
Powerful.
Day one, you know.
That's supposed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So tell me more about when was your first time came to Indonesia and Bali?
Oh, first time in Bali would have been 2000. Sebelumnya COVID, yeah.
Sebelumnya COVID, so before the COVID.
Before COVID.
Before 2020 for sure.
Maybe, 2019?
2019, okay.
Or I can't remember exactly.
What was the purpose, remember?
The purpose was, I came here for 2 months, for American students that were going to be learning Indonesian, and I was the resident director, right?
So RD, yeah.
RD, yes.
Yeah.
So helping students with health issues or getting adjusted to
adjusting at the beginning.
Yeah.
It must be a lot of things that need to sort out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's a culture shock. Yeah.
Culture shock. Did you find also culture shock here in Bali? A little bit.
Tell me the truth. Of course. Yeah, of course it's different. Bali is very different from Java in some ways. The people are similar, but it's a very different culture and some ways different religion. I was initially very fascinated by all the temples, right? Because I'd spent so many times in mosques.
In Java, Muslim mosques, in Bali, Muslim temples. Yeah.
And so it's a very different.
But we are Indonesia.
Yeah, of course. So that was the first time I was in Indonesia, and I made friends, obviously, with local Balinese people.
Yes, because you are very easy. You are very charming. And so that's right. Yeah.
But I got to go with them to their local temples, right? And it made me think about Kejawen. It made me think about the Javanese past, right?
Kejawen, yeah, similar to Balinese. Yeah. Okay, James.
Yes.
What is the difference between the first time you visited Bali prior to COVID and now?
A lot has changed. Indonesia has developed tremendously in terms of their economy has changed in terms of more businesses.
Is that good? According to your opinion?
For me, it's good. It's good if it's good for the Indonesian people. If it's not good for the Indonesian people, then it's not good. So if Indonesians are getting the benefits of the businesses, no problem. But if it's outside, investors who are getting the benefit, then untuk apa?
Okay, this is last question.
Yeah.
Well, you visited Indonesia, visited Bali, visited our university.
Yes.
Is there any suggestion since day one? You came here to our university. Is there any area of improvement that we are here needing to do?
I mean, I think many universities in Indonesia have improved their publishing English articles, right? Publishing research.
Publishing in English articles.
But I think that this is one area that many universities in Indonesia still need a lot of assistance with,
including us. So
because
I hear you.
It's difficult. It's very difficult. I mean, I struggle to publish articles in English, right? It's difficult, but this is
even though you speak English.
Even though I speak English, it's a difficult task, but it's what builds the university's status, right, on the world stage. And Indonesia has a lot to share with the world. I believe that. I think that the Indonesian, not just culture, but the thinking of Indonesia, the power of the Indonesian way of life has a lot to offer, but we have to put it in academic language, which is difficult.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, this is your short visit, to Indonesia, especially Bali. Are you going to come back, or are you willing to come back?
Of course. Yeah? I always want to come back. Yeah.
Okay.
It's always a pleasure to be in Bali, and always a pleasure to be in Indonesia.
We always look forward to welcoming you here in Bali, in our university, James. It's been a pleasure for all of us here.
Thank you.
To have you and also your academics, your students, and so on. And we look forward to always welcoming this one.
Thank you so much. It's obviously thank you to Universitas Ngurah Rai dan semua staff dan dosen dan yayasan.
Now we learn. Learning.
And I hope that I'm excited to see particularly where your ideas on sustainability will go, because this is incredibly important, not just for Indonesia but for the world. And so I'm interested to see how that develops at the university.
We'll do together. Okay. So terima kasih banyak Pak James. Thank you very much for your kind what to say. Terima kasih banyak atas waktunya. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything, for all of us here at the Universitas Ngurah Rai. And this is not the third one.
Right.
And it will be the fourth, fifth, and forever.
Okay. Suksema.
Matur suksema. Baik, terima kasih banyak Bapak Ibu dan Sivitas Akademika Universitas Ngurah Rai dimanapun berada. Demikianlah tadi Cicet bincang singkat kami dengan Bapak James Edmonds, PhD, dan kita berharap akan melakukan Cicet ini di lain kesempatan. Salam sehat.
Salam sehat.